Hello, viewer. Welcome to the program, The Viewpoint, with Precious Yembe. Apologies for last week, just there, because most of you saw on the promo that we're going to be talking about the aftermath of the nation's worship and the legacy of blessed memory, Dr. Wayne Connolly, because someone was nominated from the church already, from that which the MD, to speak about one of the gospel minister, the minister for the nation's worship. She come and talk about the aftermath of the nation's worship and the legacy of Wayne Connolly. Dr. Paul, and then she have to send the message that we should hold on. When he's back, we will discuss that. So that was why we did not discuss about the nation's worship, the aftermath, and the legacy of Dr. Wayne Connolly. So we just have to play the live performance which he did at Donume's church. We also was supposed to have one of them today because of the time frame again. So, but we'll keep you posted because we told you we will have a conversation with Doctor and give us his own tribute to the blessed memory, Dr. Wayne Connolly, and the aftermath of the nation's worship. So that is what happened last week. I watched into to talk about it last week Thursday because I wasn't prepared about that. But anyway, it's still all good. So good to have you again today once again, my wonderful, beautiful viewers. We're going to be looking at love. This is the season of love. Our life should love all the time. We should practice love. It's not about when it is February that we begin to say Valentine. No. Our life should be a life of love, life of humanity, love for nation. So we are looking at love. First and foremost, let's start from love for humanity. We will take it from family because everyone comes from a home. Everyone comes from a family. When the family gets it right, the society, the nations will get it right. Because it's from the family that make leaders, that take decisions, and the rest. So how do you treat people? When we talk about humanity, there are also categories that align with that, which is character, principle, moral conduct, I think, and the rest. For you to have love for humanity, you must be disciplined. You must be loved. You must love yourself and love others. Because if you don't have that, you can give. When you love your family, is that same love that gets to the society, to your neighbors, to your colleagues, to your church members? Because when we have this love for humanity, it will also speak what we do, the society, the office spaces, church, and the rest. So love for humanity is a key because we should practice love all the time. Not when it is Valentine, February, they'll begin to say, bring out love, flowers, gift, and the rest. No. It should be a thing of lifestyle. How do you respond to your family members? How do you treat them? How do you treat your colleagues? Or maybe as a boss to a staff or a church members. So how do we treat ourselves when it comes to that? So it's a good thing we should talk about it because everybody was like, it's a season of love. Anytime it comes to February, is always that. It should be a lifestyle. And I think I shared the story with us. Family is a good space to start with because of what is going on in the society, the insecurity, and the rest. When I have love for you, I won't want to hurt you. No. I don't want to think bad about you. Or maybe when you are promoted in your office space, maybe we ought to be on same rank, and maybe yours is higher. I should just love you, not to keep the grudges, because when that accumulates, it can lead to dangerous heartbreak. So love for your husbands, love for wife, love for your children, love for all the things I've mentioned. So when we don't do that, when we even get so maybe we opportune to occupy the space, the one position or the other, that will reflect. Pride will come in, self will come in. Self means you're thinking about yourself. Nobody else matters to you, just yourself. You won't think of you want to embezzle money, maybe government money, or going into crime and corrupt money and the rest. You will want to think about others. How do you think about yourself? The way you think about yourself, that is how you will think about others. But when you put self, when you want to love yourself above others, you see, when you, I wanted to ask this question, when you see people, what do you see in them? Are you seeing your fellow human beings? Or you're just seeing yourself? Because when you see a fellow human being like you, that love, she comes out to love them. Maybe when they're in need, when they're in a difficult situation, when they're going through challenges, you help them. There won't be need for kidnap. There won't be need for Boko Haram. There won't be need for this terrorism stuff. There won't be need for this one chance give. Because why? They are thinking about themselves. Money that they did not give to you or put in your bank, they want to take it. Or is it those in the office? We come to that when we're talking about love for nations. Like a family, we've heard about stories how a family, fellow sisters, will lock someone outside. Oh, because that love is not there. That love is not there. But when the love is there, you will always think about your fellow brothers and sisters, no matter what. And even when they hurt you, you will want to forgive and maybe talk about it and let it go. So on that note, we're going to look at love for our nation. Before we talk about love for our nation, what price can you pay for your nation? What price can you pay for your nation? So we're not talking about the government, maybe the wrongs they are doing. So you in the office space, you at home, you in the business, the market square, or in the places you find yourself, what sacrifice have you done? Have you put in place? Like our former national anthem that says the labor of our evils should not be wasted, should not pass. That means we should emulate that to show to one another as a nation. I give you a story. Many years ago, I was a national coordinator. It's a foreign company. So I was asked how much would they would want to be paying our Nigerian staff. I think that should be 2010, 2012. It was think of a Turkish company, very big. So I told them that they should be paying Nigerian staff. That was 2010, 2012, 150, which is $1,000. With that, at that time, it was 150,000 there, which 150,000, which they agreed. Unfortunately, I think my name was at the embassy to travel to Turkey, and I think my first car was Infinity Jeep. I've forgotten the second name. That was when the MD, the name, I'm trying to pronounce the name of the company. When he came to Nigeria, we had a conversation. So I was called by Mr. Mehmet, and he said, my name is at the embassy. I will be coming to Turkey and to give them breakdown, because as I said, I was a national coordinator, and to give them update of what I'm doing in Nigeria, the spaces I'm going to have where they want to develop, bring some equipment to build so many factories, and yet we are traveling now to Turkey to go and seek for them, where they came here to want to open so many businesses, but greed. So some Nigerian persons went to meet them and said, no, to pay Nigerian staff $1,000 at that time is too expensive. There will be 20,000 naira that they will get the staff. Then Mr. Mehmet called me. Precious, why do you do this to us? Why do you do this to us? I said, like, sorry, Mehmet, what are you talking about? He said, they said with 20,000 naira, they will get a staff in Nigeria. I said, no. I said, what kind of staff are you looking at? If I'm the national coordinator, and I've already told you that we should pay Nigerian staff $1,000, that was 2012. that means I know what I'm talking about. It might be maybe, even if it's a cleaner, that's what I'm talking about, love. How much love do you have for your nation? Mehmet now said, because my name at that time was at the embassy for me to travel to Turkey and to give them update about what I've done so far, because the MD was waiting for me in Turkey. That is that deal was cancelled. And guess what? James was the one they traveled. Not knowing that James, also I was not supposed to call the name. Not knowing that they went to 419, came in, and they took them. Most of them, I think 60% of them traveled back and said they will never come back to Nigeria. They took them. They took them to a duplex and put their pictures there. You would think they owned it. Think that they're into big business of the race. At the end, they were all 419 criminals. They denied Nigerians and the staff were supposed to employ that privileges. They denied it. So now we want to talk about the government. So you watching me, what are you doing? What price are you paying? But at the end, as God should have his way, Mehmet called me and like was crying, Precious, we are deeply sorry. I said, what? That you're fraud. You're 419. They duped us. I was laughing. At that time, I not traveled to Port Harcourt to see maybe the former President Jonathan's cook. We're discussing about catering to start a catering business at Bayelsa. So he called me. I said, I'm in Port Harcourt. He was not telling me what went wrong. And I said, no, they've deprived Nigerian staff that I was pushing for to get this job and be paid and also bring so many companies to Nigeria. They went with their bad names, thinking all Nigerians are same. But to God be the glory, they called me to apologize. So what price would you pay? This is the season of love. It's not about taking flowers. We're going to go on a short break because our time has been taken. When we come back, we'll continue from that.
We are a nation blessed with people of diverse cultures, religions, languages, and opinions. It is ironic that we are now being ripped apart by our greatest strength, our diversity. We have allowed intolerance, insensitivity, bigotry, and nepotism to blind our vision of the greatness we can achieve working together as one. We may not have the same culture, nor religion, nor language, but we all belong to the same nation by the divine will of God. We did not choose to be Nigerians. Nigeria chose us. This nation is our divine heritage, and if we open our eyes, we would realize that what divides us pales in comparison to what unites us. And by the comparison and conciliation of our differences, we will grow until our differences disappear. Our unity cannot be willed by mere declarations, nor do we get unity by ignoring the questions that beg for answers.
In the past, relationships were built on love, but today, relationships are built on money. In the past, people worked to live, but today, people live to work. In the past, people valued honesty, but today, people value appearances. In the past, health was a priority, but today, wealth is a priority. In the past, people were more connected to their culture, but today, culture is fading. In the past, people valued family, but today, people value individualism.
In the past, we communicated face-to-face, but today, we communicate through screens. In the past, people had patience, but today, people seek instant gratification.
In the past, families stayed together, but today, families are falling apart.
In the past, success was measured by hard work, but today, success is measured by connections.
In the past, trust was built over time, But today, trust is easily broken. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back from the short break. You can see what's the clip we just played about relationship, about love. That is how not just I lost out from that deal as a national coordinator, but Nigerians also lost out, because when we have love for each other, now we place more priority on money. Just the video we watched on relationships. It wasn't that before. The way we were brought up was not like that. But now everything is about money, 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 money. That is how somebody can stand up and kill. That somebody can stand up to commit all manner of atrocities. Oh God, where are we going to? Where will this lead us to? At the end, no matter the billions they must have taken from the company which is Turkey, they must have spread it from now. But Nigeria lost out. And the people who I was supposed to bring in as a staff, but that name, that negative name, most of them went, because most of them that was duped. In diverse ways, left Nigeria and went that. So now, love for our nation. So don't blame the government if they did something different. Blame yourself. What are you doing? Okay, as a single ladies or in a relationship, is it just about money you're in a relationship? Or is it because of pressure you want to get married? Valentine is by the corner, you want to compromise. I give you a second story. Two sisters, I was there live. Two sisters, I think they were at that age of 40 or more than 40, like 40 something. Pressure on them made one of them to take the wrong decision. She was high class. When I say high class, she deals with governors, even president. One of the times she came back from one of the countries, she gave me a Lamborghini phone. When I went through it, she put a number, a SIM card before, when she buy.
We must celebrate our diversity and debate our differences without fracturing our unity. Our strength is not in our numbers, but in our unity, because even the weak become strong when united. Nigeria unite.
This message is brought to you by Abuja Broadcasting Corporation, owners and operators of ASO Radio 93.5 FM Abuja, ASO Television DSTV Channel 392, Star Times Terrestrial Channel 127, Free TV Channel 507, People's TV.
We have allowed intolerance, insensitivity, bigotry, and nepotism to blind our vision of the greatness we can achieve working together as one. We may